Jared Keeso created Letterkenny, a Canadian sitcom that first aired in February 2016. The series has run for 10 seasons, and with moments like Shorzy's urinal scene, the show has brought a lot of laughter to viewers' faces. So, what are the funniest moments in Letterkenny? Also, what are the best episodes in the show? This video will provide answers to those questions. Make sure you watch it completely. The funniest moments in Letterkenny. Firstly, Mrs. McMurray shoves a banana in the mouth of Mr. McMurray. Possibly the best television pair in history is the McMurrays. Alcohol, swinging, and partying all happen frequently. When Jonesy and Riley try to recruit the McMurrays into their guys club while holding a peach and a banana, respectively. This particular scene exemplifies all of the components. In what appears to be a wonderfully improvised moment, Mrs. McMurray shoves the banana down her husband's throat. At the same time, he gags while ranting about fornication. It's surprisingly funny and serves as a tell-all about their relationship in this single deed. Next, Yorkie, Fisky, Bartz, Schultzy, and Boomtown Chirp. When the major professional players step in to help the Letterkenny Irish Hockey Club, they offer assistance on the ice. Still, when it comes to trash talking, every one of them fails terribly. Jonesy and Riley step in and instruct them in the Jedi method of chirping at other teams, which results in a hilarious scenario. Each player in the A-list line finishes their smack talk by shouting the word skate at the top of their lungs. Everyone engaged enjoys a satisfying, humorous triumph. Thirdly, Wayne disputes whether a baby is smart or not. Squirrely Dan softly pumps the brakes and elaborates, as if he were an expert on the movie Baby Geniuses, prompting Wayne to declare that the silliest thing he has ever heard is that a baby is smart. The absolute beauty of the gag is that these three adult guys are acting like little idiots at the dinner table in an attempt to demonstrate whether or not infants are intelligent, as the three engage in a sort of baby language pantomime, grasping each other's thumbs and bobbing up and down in unbridled joy. Katie walks in and exposes them as fools. Next, we have Wayne's hard blind date. Going on a blind date is challenging enough, as Bruce Willis in the movie Blind Date showed, and the movie The Wrong Missy so beautifully demonstrated. In this Letterkenny moment, Katie arranges for her older brother Wayne to work with a matchmaker in order to help him rebound from a difficult breakup. He goes on his first blind date at Four Dancers Resto Bar with Kim, a feminist psychologist. In a clever play on words, the two start discussing what kind of restaurant they're in, as Kim talks aloud to Wayne while Wayne wonders whether she's talking to an imaginary person. Due to the instant conflict between these two humorous characters, the scenario swiftly turns bad. Fifth on the list is the correct way to climax. The Letterkenny group gathers to discuss appropriate noises to make during while lounging in front of the fruit stand in this hilarious scene. The companions rapidly use their knowledge of the pornographic industry, where yes and other four-letter words are exaggeratedly shouted at various volumes. This ends with an award-winning opera of climactic sex noises that lasts for a few minutes. It's a really well-written joke with perfect timing. We're now halfway through the list. Stay tuned. Next on the list, we have a moment when Shorzy uses the urinal. Every scene involving Shorzy is hilarious, from his crude remarks to the taunts he directs at teammates to the manner he skates. While using the restroom, Jonesy and Riley are talking about how to win a hockey game. Jonesy and Riley are bumping fists when Shorzy, who is berating both of them for not being true men for being so near to the urinal, bursts in with a torrent of yellow liquid from 8 feet away. The best friends and their mothers are made fun of while getting urinated on, and the spatter is all over. Shorzy is a world-class treasure. Sushis and sashimis come 7th on the list. Good friends watch out for and respect one another, but best friends never miss an opportunity to make fun and joke around with one another whenever they get the chance. In their tiny wooden shack, which is too small for a game of dodgeball, Wayne, Derry, and Squirrely Dan are having a quiet ice fishing session. The three start talking about how much they adore sushi and sashimi, but Wayne and Derry keep mispronouncing it, omitting the letter H. This causes old Dan to have a panic attack as he attempts to gently repeat it the correct way in his pluralized paradise. It makes you giggle until you cry. Next, McMurray discovers his 1-inch growth. In the 7th season, Wayne, Derry, and Squirrely Dan broadcast Crack and Og, a public access program where they offer guidance and instruct their neighbors in life lessons. On camera, when POS McMurray storms in during one episode with a stunning revelation he needs to share with his friends. With full awareness that he is speaking on live television, McMurray admits that he's been measuring his member incorrectly for decades. However, after hearing Howard Stern on the radio discuss the proper measuring techniques, McMurray discovers that he has grown by a full inch, bringing his Canadian carrot to 5.1.5 inches. This results in a few phone calls made live on the broadcast, mocking him for his stupidity. Ninth on the list is Derry and the One-Eyed Sheep. In this funny episode, Wayne, Derry, and Squirrely Dan visit the Mennonite Dick family farm to assist them with some chorin. The three buddies are constantly hearing reports of Mennonites paying strangers to have a child with a member of their family in order to avoid inbreeding problems in the womb. To prevent skin contact, a bedsheet must have one hole punched in it for this procedure. Derry is draped in a Dick family sheet with one large hole in it, revealing the reality as the wealth of puns about the Dick family start to surface and the whispers begin to spread. Everyone is laughing at his terror. And lastly, we have Squirrely Dan's romantic escapade. Three pals are playing catch with a baseball on a beautiful day while discussing restaurant sauces. Squirrely Dan then shares a recent romantic date experience. During foreplay, Wayne and Derry discuss their concerns, but when Squirrely Dan talks about having his butt toyed with, things take a sharp left turn into uncomfortable terrain. Dan is consequently excluded from the game of catch by both Wayne and Derry, and they completely ignore him while he describes the sensual encounter. Now, let's rank the best Letterkenny episodes. In 5th place, we have episode 5 of season 2. Few shows make fun of pop culture with the same glee as Letterkenny does. Their creative and hilarious take on reality television in this specific episode, when Wayne and Katie try to decide how to use their inheritance to help the town, is hilarious. The majority of the episode is similar to how entrepreneurs pitch their business ideas to the hosts of Shark Tank. Also, each side character's pitch is essentially identical to certain popular reality series, with some overt jabs at any logical problems within their concepts, and even any controversy that they may have encountered. The episode is a great illustration of the show's astute parodic style, and a humorous tribute to the eccentric characters of the main ensemble. In 4th place, we have episode 4 of season 4. More of that can be found in the season 4 episode, where Wayne and Katie serve as judges for a community talent contest. The contest is organized by auctioneer Jim Dickens, played by Alex McCooey, whose talking pace gives new life to Letterkenny's indisputably rapid dialogue. In addition to the apparent nods to America's Got Talent throughout, each featured act also honors the fundamental characteristics of the characters. An example of this is seen in Coach's ballad about his late wife, who was prone to interruption and abruptly ended in a fit of rage. It also honors an important cultural institution, most notably Gail's recreation of the adult movie that piques Katie's curiosity, but Daryl's dance is the performance that truly shines. The performance starts off badly before the rest of the cast joins him on stage for an unexpectedly uplifting finish to a highly anticipated display of laughter. In 3rd place, we have episode 6 of season 8. We've talked a lot about Letterkenny's kind of parody, but less so about its incomparably wonderful use of double entendres. Mennonite acquaintances of the Hicks named Noah, played by Jonathan Torrens, and Anita Dick, played by Sarah Wayne Callies, have a propensity for lying. In this case, it makes Wayne, Dan, and Daryl believe they want more than just a helping hand with some chores, because they heard rumors that some Amish have granted outsiders the chance to reproduce with their daughters. You can't help but wonder if the boys' dreadful thoughts are genuine because of the consistent and unpredictable series of puns and innuendos, which are so daring and expertly designed. In 2nd place, we have episode 7 of the 2nd season. The episode is also one of the few that mostly uses flashbacks to tell its story. That's because Daryl, despite his pal's assurances of his famous partygoer presence, is unable to recall anything that happened at the St. Patrick's celebration the night before, and the gang needs to fill in the blanks for him. There are many rowdy turns that ensure this episode's boast of perfection is true, as each of the Hicks takes turn reliving the night from their point of view. And in 1st place, we have episode 7 of season 8. The majority of the cast is enjoying beers throughout this episode, but Wayne finds solace in cheating his ex, who also warns him that Katie's present trip to cheer up her hungover partner Dirks, played by Tyler Hines, is doomed due to evidence of adultery. The rare opportunity to watch fan favorites simply having fun together was enjoyable. Still, the most fulfilling episode or season finale demonstrates how much these characters truly care for one another and makes one happy to be a fan of this odd little show. And with all that, that's all we've got for today. Do you agree with the list? If not, what are your corrections? Which series do you want us to feature in future videos? Let us know through the comment section. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.